Okay, so what if you could literally hit edit on your own brain? I'm not just talking about changing a habit here and there, but fundamentally rewriting the automatic programming that runs your life. That's exactly what we're diving into today, the science and the strategy behind breaking free from your own mental matrix. So let me ask you something right off the bat. Just think about that voice in your head for a second. Are your thoughts building walls, closing you off, creating limitations, telling you what you can't do? Or are they building bridges, opening you up to new people, new ideas, new possibilities? This isn't just some nice metaphor. It's the actual architecture of the reality you experience every single day. All right, so before we can even think about changing things, we have to understand the system we're already working with, and we're going to call it the mental matrix. Think of it like this invisible script that's been running in the background of your life, probably since you were a kid, and a lot of the time completely without your permission. The most important word on this slide, invisible. This isn't a framework you sat down and consciously chose. Nope. It was built piece by piece from your past experiences, from what society told you, from thoughts you just kept thinking over and over. And now, they all run on autopilot, filtering how you see everything, how you feel about it, and what you do. So what does this matrix actually look like in real life? Well, it's that automatic negative thought that pops up the second you make a tiny mistake. It's that deep, nagging belief that says, oh, I can never do that. It's when you make a decision based on the fear of what might go wrong instead of the excitement of what could go right. And when you find yourself just living on autopilot, having the same old emotional reactions to the same old triggers? Yep, that's the matrix, keeping you on a very predictable and often a very limited path. But here is the most important part, the whole reason we're talking about this. That matrix, that programming, it is not permanent. This is where we get to the promise of liberation. The key is understanding that your brain isn't some piece of fixed hardware that you're stuck with. It's a dynamic, living system that can absolutely be changed. I mean, think about it this way. If your brain was hardware, that's it. Game over. You'd be stuck. But it's not. It's so much more like software. And what can you do with software? You can update it, you can debug it, and you can totally rewrite it. This amazing ability our brains have to change is called neuroplasticity. So what this really means is we have a choice between two different operating systems. On one side, you've got the mental matrix. It's limiting, it's reactive, it feels totally fixed. But on the other side, you've got what we can call neural liberation. And that is expansive, it's intentional, and it's completely malleable. You are in the driver's seat. Okay, so how do we actually do it? How do we make that shift? Well, this isn't magic or wishful thinking. It's straight up neuroscience. Let's get into how we can build a brand new mental reality, literally one neuron at a time. Every single thought you have creates this tiny little connection between your brain cells, your neurons. And here's the beautiful principle that makes us all work. Neurons that fire together, wire together. I want you to picture your brain like a dense forest. The very first time you have a new thought, it's like you're hacking your way through all this thick undergrowth. It's hard work. But the more you travel that exact same path, the easier it gets, the clearer it gets, and the stronger that connection becomes. And that, right there, is the secret sauce. When you deliberately think a new, more empowering thought, you're starting to blaze a new trail in that forest. Yeah, at first it's gonna feel a little weird, maybe unnatural, but with repetition, that tiny trail becomes a path, that path becomes a road, and pretty soon it's a multi-lane superhighway. It's your new automatic way of thinking. And meanwhile, that old negative path you used to take all the time, it just gets overgrown from not being used. I know this might still sound a bit abstract, so let's make it super practical. Here is a simple 4-step framework you can start using like today as a tool to begin rewriting your own mental code. Okay, it all starts with step 1, acknowledge. You just notice the thought. No judgment, just see it. Ah, there's that I'm not good enough thought again. Then step 2, question. You've got to challenge it. Ask yourself, is this belief really 100% true? Is it helping me in any way? And spoiler alert, the answer is almost always no. That leads to step 3, choose. This is where you consciously pick a new, better-serving thought to replace it. Something like, I'm capable of figuring this out. And finally, the most critical part, step 4, repeat. You have to walk down that new mental path over and over and over again with intention. That's how you turn that little trail into a highway. So as we start to wrap this up, the big takeaway here is one of incredible empowerment. You are not just a passive passenger in your own mind. You are its chief architect. You actually have the tools to design and build your entire internal world. I think this quote just says it all. Your first set of programming, yeah, it was mostly built for you unconsciously. But from this moment forward, you have the power of conscious choice. You get to decide what the next version of your mind, the next matrix, is going to look like. So I'll just leave you with this one final question. Knowing what you know now, that your thoughts create your reality and that you have the power to choose your thoughts, what new reality are you going to start building today?